Russian citizens are still fighting the worst floods in decades, and the state is busy in its failed invasion of Ukraine. In Tomsk region, houses and roads are going underwater. A critical situation due to flooding remains in the Tomsk region. A 22-kilometer ice jam formed on the Tom River. The embankment dam was washed away due to floods in Tomsk. The flow-directing dam in the area of the communal bridge continues to collapse. The press service of the Tomsk Region Administration clarifies that there is no danger to the bridge itself, but we will see. Futurologist and historian, Gherkin's good friend Maxim Kalashnikov is not for some reason convinced of Russia's ruling elite ability to succeed. As a historian and futurologist, I observe with interest the compression of the socio-economic and political spring in the Russian Federation. On the one hand, the authorities indirectly acknowledge the dangerous backwardness of the Russian Federation, and through clenched teeth, they mutter words about problems in the special military operation. And they even proclaimed the second acceleration policy since Gorby in the 2024 address. On the other hand, they stubbornly maintain a ruling system that is completely unsuitable for industrialization, scientific and technological revolution, and military victory. Narrow-minded, greedy, stupid, clan-based, raw materials-focused, and corrupt. They lay down their bones to avoid the mobilization of state power, the economy, and reservists. In order to turn the war into a kind of sports show for the electorate, leaving the former life in the style of bread and circuses inside the Russian Federation. As if war is something distant. One way or another, these contradictions will be resolved. The spring will straighten out. Even despite the fact that the West has clearly given up. Despite the cessation of Washington's assistance to the Banderas, the American ban on them hitting Russian oil refineries, and the 2-year inability to use the frozen assets of the Central Bank of Russia to finance the war. To take advantage of the weaknesses and decline of the West, you yourself need to be strong, smart, and energetic, with state power extremely effective for waging war and not for lining personal pockets and maintaining the status quo. But it's difficult with this now. Therefore, I see that the situation of 1985 to 1991 risks repeating itself, and then our enemy was very unwell. However, in Moscow, there were even more ill people. The task is to prevent this from happening in the Russian Federation. In Primorye, Russia, in 2023, a husband and wife persuaded their friend, who had no relatives, to go to war. 3 months later, he died, and the couple began receiving payments. Previously, they arranged for him a fictitious marriage with a 63-year-old woman, on whose behalf they drew up documents for payment. When the money arrived in the account, they took the woman to the bank, where she received the money and gave it to the couple. A case of fraud on an especially large scale was opened against the couple. The husband was arrested. The wife is under house arrest. Ukrainian Minister for Foreign Affairs Kuleba responded to the U.S. urge to stop attacks on Russian gas and oil infrastructure. You have to think in your own interests. If your partners say, "We are giving you 7 Patriot batteries tomorrow, but we ask you not to do this and this and this," then there is something to talk about. But if you don't have these batteries, there is no help package, and at the same time you are asked not to do something, what should we talk about? Then everyone survives as best they can, the Ukrainian Minister of Foreign Affairs said. Trypilska power plant was destroyed by Russia because Ukraine ran out of missiles to defend it. President Zelensky. I will give you one example, a very simple example, the Trypilska power plant. Electricity in Kiev region depends on it. 11 missiles were headed towards it. The first 7 we took down. 4 destroyed Trypilska TPP. Why? Because we had 0 missiles. We ran out of all missiles, Volodymyr Zelensky told PBS.
You're saying it sent a signal to see the allies come together, the US and UK and France and Jordan, along with Israel, repelling many hundred drones and missiles that were launched on Israel that day. In your joint address to the nation last night, you said the whole world saw what real defense is. The whole world saw that Israel was not alone in this defense. Do you think that the same message is being sent to the world about Ukraine?
Я вам наведу один приклад, дуже простий. На Трипільській станції. А від неї залежить світло в Київському регіоні. Летіло 11 ракет. Перші 7 ми знищили. 4 знищили Трипілля. Чому? Тому що було ракет 0. У нас закінчились всі ракети, які захищали Трипілля. Ви знаєте, коли говорять, що союзники не можуть нам дати ту чи іншу зброю, або не можуть бути в Україні тими чи іншими силами, тому що тоді буде сприйматись, що Україна затягнула НАТО в війну. Так я вам хочу поставити після вчорашньої атаки питання. Ізраїль в НАТО чи ні? Ось вам і відповідь. Ізраїль не країна НАТО. Союзники, країни НАТО, в тому числі країни НАТО, захищали Ізраїль. Показали силами Ірану, що Ізраїль був не наодинці. І це урок. І це відповідь всім, хто каже на будь-якому континенті, що Україні треба допомагати дуже обережно, щоб не втягнути країни НАТО в війну.
The likelihood of a dam break or flooding in 2 districts of the Tyumen region of the Russian Federation is increasing, said local Governor Moore. Residents post pictures on social networks showing flooding.
А вы сами не переживаете, не эвакуируете хоть Грудинку, например?
Нет, до нас не дойдет.
Не дойдет?
Не должно, по крайней мере. Это ж не первый раз так перемываем.
Ну, в 2017 году меньше было.
Ну, я не знаю, в 17-м я не помню. Я уже когда пешком шла, уже вообще не было.
Через Потемину мостик был железный.
Ну, это я знаю.
И там возле деревни мостик был.
Причем в 3 от деревни, вот
на-
этот,
на Флориде.
который, потом его,
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.